Really.
Okay. So I just want to tell everybody that we have this series planned once a month. It's going to be #RomaNoor, and we'll talk about series of topics which we will crowdsource. We will see what you guys want to know, and we will give you in-depth sessions covered in a month, whether that's one session or two, however many required, but we will cover it as well as possible. Now, today is our first session, of course, and we're talking about writing and publishing because I have with me a veteran author who has published 5 books. Everyone, she's published 5 books on Amazon KDP and all self-published. So like she really knows what she's doing and she's going to teach all of us, including me. So of course, let me tell you a little bit about her before we begin. So Roma is an acclaimed writer on numerous subjects, but her focus is on women empowerment, I know. She pens her thoughts on her blog, trulyyoursroma.com, and has many awards to her name, including the prestigious Woman of the Year in 2015 and Planet's Pride Award in 2018. RCA, or Roma's Communication Academy, is her entrepreneurial venture where she teaches and helps in overall personality development of 6 to 60-year-olds. She's the author of 5 published books, as I said, with the latest one being To My Grandchild with Love, which records her personal story of being stuck in a strange city during the coronavirus lockdown in the form of touching letters to her future grandchildren. And before I begin, I'd also like to tell you that in this Blog Chatter ebook carnival, I also have a small work, The Turmoil Within, my short story, which was published as part of the anthology, The Woman That I Am. It's going to be linked. The link to download both of our books are in our Insta page bio, so please do download them if you haven't already. So Roma, are you excited about this discussion today?
Of course, it is the topic closest to my heart, and the number of requests that I have received to share on this topic, I'm so keen to actually let everybody know all that I know about it, because I'm going to share what I have learned through a lot of hit and trial, because there was nobody when I first published on my book in 2016, but then today I'm here, so I'll definitely try that you leave a little more enriched after this life, my dears.
So the other thing is that because we received so many questions and it's such a vast topic, we have decided to cut it into 2 portions. This is going to be the first of the series in this writing and self-publishing. And then depending on interest and requests, we will have a second one next week planned for Wednesday at 4 o'clock. So keep yourself free. And of course, we will go more in depth in that too. But let's start today. So my first question for you, Roma, is what sort of planning is required to write a book? And this includes both writing and editing. So just let us in on your process.
Yes. So hi, everyone. Let's begin today's session on this really vital topic. And like any other job, like any other dream which you wish to fulfill, writing a book also requires a lot of planning. So let me quickly share with you my methodology, what I've been following for my 5 books so far, and that has really worked for me, right? So I'll share you this 3-point mantra which I follow. Point number 1, a strong subject. Please take a month's time, take as much time as you want to decide on a subject that is closest to your heart, that you are convinced you want to push out to the world, and as a reader will do anything to buy that book at any cost. So once you're convinced that your topic has the potential and you are the right candidate to do it, that I believe is your first step. One important point is try that topic belongs to your niche, where you have your strongest hold and where you have your greatest reach in terms of your audience. Because, it is all a matter of confidence, and your confidence lies where your strength lies. So point number 1, a strong topic. Point number 2, a very strong intent. You would have read a lot of brilliant writers saying that my book has been there in my cupboard for 10 years. I commenced it with a lot of excitement, but I could never end it. It happens so genuinely that something which is so close to our heart lies in our cupboard for so many years. Rotting, we wish to publish it, we have the dream, we have the desire, but something happens. So the second point, please have a very strong intent. Like you
Yeah.
eat, like you excrete, that way you should also have this passion to write.
That's
Right?
true.
Once you have a very strong topic, once you have a very strong intent, which will not stop, and no matter you're stranded far away, no matter what happens, then comes point number 3, okay, which is a strong focus and a right setup. This is really vital because now we are in the implementation phase. Okay, just commencing it, if we commence it the right way, I think we'll reach our goals. So in case you wish to write a book in 30 days and publish in 45 days, which we have planned for today, uh, decide a time of the day, either early morning or late night, or the time where your creative juices are oozing out the most. Decide that 1 hour and sit on a table and chair or wherever you are comfortable, grab a pen, grab a notebook, grab your phone, grab your laptop, and for 1 hour, unhindered, write. Just pour out your heart in words, let them flow out, without any addition or deletion.
Okay.
Keep the additions and deletions for later, but
Yeah.
right now let it come out as genuinely as possible, because what I have realized, the portions that I have deleted was where the idea lies for something very tangible for my book, which will be needed later. So don't delete anything, right? Just keep writing with all your heart. Use the research if you're writing a non-fiction, right, exhaustively, right? But then the point is that 1 hour is dedicated to writing. Imagine if you're just able to pour out 1000 words a day and you're doing this for straight 30 days. Just at the end of 1 month, you have a concrete manuscript of 30,000 words ready in your hands, and
Yeah.
that is no mean feat. You have been amazing in doing that. You can do n number of things with it, but then you have fulfilled the purpose that you have dedicated yourself in this 1 month. So
Yeah.
this mantra of these 3 principles: strong subject, strong intent, and right focus and right setup, should be planned adequately. Take a month for it, and only take the plan if you're ready with all 3. Otherwise, wait for a while, breathe in, let the topic sink in, research a little more, but then this really will help you in commencing your journey in the right way. It has helped me all 5 years. Every year, trust me, there has been something or the other. I either underwent a surgery or I was stranded in some unknown place. But every time, that strong intent, I got up at 3 a.m., at 4 a.m. because times were not congenial. There were a lot of disturbances. But then, because that intent was there, because the pull towards that subject was there, so that will really help you, dears. I really feel that, and I think that will really help you push ahead in your fulfilling your dreams.
So, by the way, I am taking notes, and I hope you all are as well, because this is some serious gyan being given. Okay,
And this
so
is
what
my
about
personal
Roma?
journey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, but what
carry on.
about the people who have perhaps got a manuscript ready, or at least a draft of a manuscript? Then how do then what is the next step? Like, how do they start the addition, deletion? Are they themselves the best to do that? Or, what sort of editing process should they try for to get the perfect draft?
Right. Very significant questions. Though we understand that our manuscript is the most dearest, dearest part of our heart, and we really don't want anybody to touch it. And but then, trust me, dears, writing the book is only 20% of the job done. That is what my experience says, because the real pain starts after this.
Yeah,
okay,
that's true.
say. If your manuscript is ready, just says that your plot is ready, nothing else is ready, right? So first I would say that when you're done with your manuscript, sleep over it for 2 days, just forget it. Then with a fresh mind, at least edit it yourself for 3 to 4 times. Okay, and don't try to edit it as Roma, or you yourself try to edit it from a reader's perspective, or what can be what can be the hits and what can be the misses if I was reading that book.
Absolutely.
Right?
Impartial reader.
Exactly. Try to add, try to delete, try to build in your heart a little more in it. Try how you can include a little more X factor to make it very unique to yourself. And after that, there are 2 approaches. Okay, One is that we have, a lot of writers in our community, right?
Yes.
Who can be a perfect judge to your writing, because either they are from the same niche or they understand your readings really well. Okay, so either take the help of your friends and just send them the copies, and tell them to be as critical as possible, and analyze your manuscript. And sometimes their perspective has shown me a window which I had never thought of.
Yeah.
Right? So it is very important that 2 or 3 people who are closest to your heart, one may be a family, one who's got nothing to do with writing, one may be a very renowned writer whom you know personally, and one may be one of your readers, right? So, and the third approach, which if you have really written something very succinct and you're very very keen on it, something like 80,000 words, and it's a novel which should hit the market, and I'm like, then I would recommend that you hire a professional editor, because he knows the ins and outs of the job.
Yeah.
Sometimes they will just trash very good books. So don't be disheartened by that, because they have been working in the field with the, with the traditional publishers for so long that sometimes they may just break your heart, but then their feedbacks do matter. And I don't say that if they ask you to trash the book, you do. Because I know one lady whose book was trashed by 3 editors, and she's a bestseller on Amazon KDP self-publishing now.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So please don't be disheartened, but I'm telling you the number of avenues you have. You can edit it 3-4 times at least yourself. You can ask your friends to do it. You can give your families to give you very transparent opinions. They know. Right? And or you can ask friends from the blogger community. And third, take professional help. You can tweet about it. You have a lot of them in our community who are doing it professionally, but they are ruthless. Understand that.
Yes.
But that's good for us.
That's very good. Yeah. Otherwise, how will you improve as a writer if nobody's being honest with you? Like, I find that when your family reads your book, even though they will see the mistakes, they are biased. So they will tell you what
give it to a stranger. I always give it to a stranger or a person who has just recently criticized me. So I tell, okay. So I just tell him, okay, no, it really helps, because strangers always give you the right advice.
Yes.
And I'll just to add on, when you self-publish your book on Amazon, the readers there can tear you apart.
Yes, exactly.
Right? So you have to be, publish your ebook in a carnival, or you do it in your community, that's all fine. But if you're out in a public space where people just know you by your book, understand that it is going to be a tough job. This is not to scare you, but to plan well in advance and take the plans when only you have, checked all the boxes.
Yes. And actually that's good, right? Because if you're getting the criticism early on before publishing, it's better than getting it on your feedback from Amazon.
That's what I'm saying, that today what's happening is everybody just says, oh, I can self-publish. I just write 4-5 chapters. I'll go and self-publish. That is now not how it should be.
Yeah.
Because 100 years later, there won't be a Roma. There would be books by Roma which will be floating on the web.
Yes.
So they'll be my identity. So you can't just randomly do it. You have to be very sure about what you're pushing out to the web. I feel that.
I absolutely agree. I mean, there's also this problem because everybody is self-publishing. There's a dilution of good content, and the good content is unfortunately not reaching readers.
Exactly.
Because there is a sea of bad content.
I totally agree. I totally agree to that. So be very sure, guys. If you have this dream, then please give your heart and soul to this dream.
Okay. So coming back to the actual specifics of writing, what according to you is an ideal word length, and some other technical aspects that you can guide us on before we even reach the publishing aspect?
Okay, guys. First, if you go by the books and if you go by the definition, a non-fiction ebook is ideal if anything above 10,000 words. Sounds strange, but that is how it is defined internationally. Okay, because when you write non-fiction, they want you to just babble around. They want you to write concrete stuff. Right? So if you just want to publish an ebook to do good on Kindle, to earn you some good bucks and to earn you good name, right? Then anything above 10,000, a strong subject should be good. But if you're writing non-fiction, though definition says anything above 40,000, but I think 30,000 to 40, 50,000 shall be good, because in non-fiction you need to build in your characters, you need to weave in the story, you need to do a hell lot of things, so you need to have some depth in your book. If you just try to finish it up in 10,000, 20,000 words, it won't reach the reader the way you wish to.
So wait,
right?
sorry, I'm confused. I'm interrupting you, Roma. So you're saying fiction needs 30 to 40,000 at least, and
30,
non-fiction
yes,
needs at least 10.
10,000, good to go.
Yeah. Okay,
Good to go.
fine.
I'm telling you the minimum limit. Anything above it is good to go.
Okay,
But
yeah.
every word should have a meaning. It's just not that for the sake of completing the word limit, you're doing it.
Yeah, you're just throwing words in there because that makes it worse.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And what about pictures? Should we include pictures in ebooks?
Depends on your subject. If you're writing a cookbook, you need pictures. If you're doing a book on crafts, you need pictures more than your data maybe. And suppose if I'm doing a book on where I'm writing letters to my future grandchildren 100, 30, 40, 50, 60 years later, I might like to include some pictures of these times, so that when he's reading my letters, he can also visualize his granny, his dad, his granddad, how was Corona times and things like that.
Yeah.
So it is very subjective, but I think a picture speaks a million words.
Yeah.
Right? So don't go overboard with the pictures if you're writing something which is not pictorial, like a cookbook or say a crafts or children's book. But then do include pictures. See that your book is not too heavy, because if it's an ebook, it will take time to download, and that will take away the interest of the short time span of your readers, who would not like to wait till the book is being downloaded.
Absolutely. That was the concern. But so how many can one put? For example, in like my book last year was a travelogue, and I wanted to put, but I put only few, but then the feedback I got was you could have put one in every chapter. So how many should we put ideally if it's that sort of a situation?
It depends on the size, sweetheart. If you can reduce the size of the pictures, you can add as many as you want. But I feel that you should add pictures to the extent that they create the interest, or they keep the interest of the readers alive. For example, everybody reading my book, To My Grandchild with Love, has been asking me, while I was writing the blog post, they were asking me, why aren't there any pictures? We are dying to see you. When I put my blog charter ebook, there are some pictures, very few, 5 or 6, and everybody's like, we want more pictures, we want more videos. So that might come in the Amazon version.
In Amazon.
So you have to keep the best for the last.
Yeah, absolutely.
Point number 1. Point number 2 is that try to do everything to hold the attention span of your reader.
Yes.
So if he sees a picture, he's glued to it, he's reading you, he says, oh, something is coming, I need to go ahead. So just balance it out. You know your book best. I can't tell about your book that how many pictures are ideal. If you say it's a travelogue and you need one picture of every place as a memoir note, 30 years later, you will go back to that book and say, oh, I wrote this beautiful book when I was like 29 or something, right? Yeah. So that is what matters, that feeling, that proud, that is something, I write the book with that intent, definitely, that I would like to go back.
That's very important. And we've gotten a related question, so I'll just pop it in here. Vashi is asking, what about poetry books? What is an ideal length for poetry books, and should we include pictures in it?
Rashi, a very subjective question regarding the word length. Rashi, you can.
Vashi, of Pashmina girl.
Okay, hi Vashi. For your poetry book, there is no word limit, right? But at least write 30 plus poems, so that somebody would like to, when somebody buys something, somebody buys your book, his experience is more enhanced, right? So if you write very long poetic compositions, I have read a couple of yours and they are very good, right? And so try to pick up the best ones in a particular niche, and I think 30 poems to 60 poems are good to go. Regarding the poetry books, there is no word length specified by the standard rule where we go back to reference, but I think because a poetry book will not have 10,000, 20,000, 30, it will more have the depth will matter more, or things like that, right? So there is no ideal limit, but I think if you write about like 30 or 30 plus poems, which are kind of interlinked and weaved beautifully, have some interrelation, are not standalone pieces. I feel it will be a very good
Yeah.
book to sell, because Indians still are very emotional at heart, and if they get some emotions, especially
Yeah.
poetic compositions, they are my weakness. I'll go and buy a book of
Yeah,
yours.
absolutely. But what about pictures? Are pictures recommended in poetry books?
Pictures depends on what kind of a poem you're writing. If you're writing about yourself, if you're writing about strength of women, or if you're writing about some experiences that you had with your dad or with your mom, right? There's some personal pictures or something that you would like to pop in between. In the poetry books that I have seen, ebooks, they don't put a lot of pictures, right? But it's more, their pictures are their words. So they don't want to take our attention towards the pictures more. But if for example, if you are dedicating a book to your love maybe, or your dad or your mom, then some pictures though definitely banta. It's very subjective.
Yeah,
But ideally,
yeah.
I'm being
So
very honest with you, it's your personal call, because regarding your book, nobody knows better than you. Sometimes I hate the editor for telling me a few points, because what he tells me delete it, I said no, I'm not going to.
Yeah,
But then
it's your creative voice.
yeah,
So
what
after all.
happens is they don't get the emotion, and I'm not criticizing them. They are best people. They are best people in the industry.
Yeah.
But then what happens is, this time I'll just give an example. Like in my 5th book, I created a first ebook cover, and then after that I created 20 more. Noor had also sent them to you, right?
Yeah.
So I created like 20 more
using you.
covers.
Yeah.
So I created 20 more
Yeah.
ebook covers.
Yeah.
But the first one stayed with me till the end. And I took like 10, 20, 30 opinions, expert opinions, editor opinions, market experts' opinion, what will sell. And whatever they told me, my cover didn't win the first one. But then my heart said, this cover has to stay. And I went ahead with it. So sometimes you have, because you know the emotion of the book. So you know what should ideally go with the cover. And that is the advantage of self-publishing. Where and I'm not saying that traditional publishing is bad. It's still the king, because they stuff your books in all the bookshelves across the country and internationally. But then मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि मेरी book को मुझसे अच्छा कोई नहीं जानता. And that is the principle behind self-publishing. If you think that the idea is strong and people will buy it, please go ahead.
So the other thing I want to just point out, the problem with traditional publishing, hard copy publishing, it's very expensive to include pictures in a book. And our advantage as, ebooks is that we can do that. So keep that in mind. We can play around with it a little bit more, and it's not as expensive as it would be traditionally. So that's an advantage. Now,
and in traditional,
is asking, okay, sorry, why don't you complete, and then
also in traditional publishing, dear, with respect to what kind of content
Uma's Wi-Fi is a bit compromised.
You can't hear me?
You're back.
Yes.
Now
so what I was saying is, in case of traditional publishing, we have to understand their perspective. They are businessmen who are in the market to make profits. So they would like a particular niche or a particular genre to have more books which sells more like a hotcake, so that they can make more profit and they can pay their teams, right? So that advantage we have, right? So we have to understand. So they might find some very good scripts and some very good pitches, but they don't find a very wide audience for that, and they skip it sometimes, right? So that is the advantage of self-publishing. If you think your idea is good, please go ahead and taste the waters. Zyada se zyada kya hoga? It won't sell well. Exactly. We will re-edit it. We'll put the version 1, we'll put the version 2, but we will evolve in the process. That process of evolution is the real crux, I feel. It's the real learning which makes us a true writer, of accepting our criticism and evolving and re-evolving and trying another book and going out there.
Yeah. No, you've hit the nail on the head. But related to that, Jyoti's been asking, what is the ideal size limit for putting in a picture on Amazon, for Amazon KDP?
Amazon doesn't define any particular size, right? What happens is, I'll take you through the details next time, or maybe today if we have time, about how do we upload on Amazon. Amazon has quite a relaxed upload strategy wherein they guide you at every step about what you should upload and how it should be, and they also have references there. And whenever I have uploaded, they have never kind of mentioned that it should be 2 MB or it should be 3 MB or it should be 4 MB. The moment you upload your pictures there, their automatic scan works on it for about 5 to 10 minutes. I mean your manuscript or the thing that you wish to publish, and they'll tell you whatever happens. But they have a huge relaxation. But it doesn't mean that you load a picture with books, because they will upload it. It's no issue for them, but the reader who will buy it might have a difficulty in getting it on their Kindle.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But I will definitely check once again regarding when I have published my 5 books. Amazon KDP has never raised a question, and I have actually uploaded pictures,
Okay.
right? Saying that okay, your size limit is done, or you're oversized. This picture is oversized. Trim. When you will do hard copy publishing of the same book on Amazon, which is another tricky aspect, very tricky and a little difficult, that time definitely your pictures and the printing cost. So now this is very important. I'm glad I reached here. What happens is when you put your book on Amazon KDP, you might also like to go to its published hard book version. Some people might just like to have your hard book. You yourself would like to order your one hard book of yours, right? Hard copy of yours.
Yeah.
So what happens is the amount of pictures that you have put, whether you will want it to be printed colored or black and white, and the kind of cover you want, hard cover or a soft cover, black and white cover or a colored cover, determines the cost of your book, plus the royalty that they will pay you, plus the profit that they will get out of your book. You're getting my point? So if you'll be using a lot of pictures, heavier pictures, the cost of your books will become $7, $8, $10, which is not viable. Nobody will like to shell out that amount, right? So that is very important. That is again where pictures come into play. So I would ideally recommend that if your book is of a good size, like 40,000, 50,000 words, and if you want hard copies to be published, I love them. I love the smell. I order my own book and I keep it in my shelf. I have all of them.
Of course,
right? And,
they're
right?
kids.
So,
and
they are beautiful. I click pictures with them. I do whatever. Right? So in that is also where your pictures play a major role. Because I have realized that in Amazon, the printing cost and the logistics costs are pretty high.
Yeah.
While on other places like Pothi.com, the charges are okay. We'll discuss that when we come to direct publishing, because it's a huge topic. If we get into
actually,
this, then
we skipped one step in what we had planned to discuss.
Yes,
so let's break
because
it
of
back.
the questions.
Yeah. So Ranjini, you're asking a lot of technical questions, and we promise we will get to that perhaps at the end of today's session or next week, because we have planned to go really in depth into Amazon KDP.
So,
but before that, I know when I had asked this questions poll on my Insta stories, I got a couple of people who are not in the blogging community. They have written manuscripts, they have ready manuscripts, and they don't know how to publish. And so therefore, I think Blog Chatter is a good platform to start. And just to give a little background, theblogchatter.com is a website which is like a supportive community for us Indian bloggers. And I recommend, people who are not familiar with them to go and check out the website. And all of us have collectively participated in a challenge called A to Z Challenge, where we published 26 posts in April. And many of us then put those 26 posts together and publish it on the Blog Chatter website as an ebook. But I want Roma to tell us more about it. Do tell us about the ebook carnival. How do we go about publishing it in the carnival?
Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. Now, Blog Chatter ebook carnival commenced in 2016 with a very good vision to give the novice bloggers who wish to become authors someday a launchpad, which can be a first step in the right direction towards becoming authors one day. So what they told, the idea, the concept behind was that when you're writing on a particular topic for 26 days in a month, which is April A to Z, why not weave them together into a short ebook and publish it in a special carnival, which they call Blog Chatter ebook carnival, which has its 5th season this year. And to add something really tangible to your portfolio. See, the concept is beautiful when you get an experience of how our ebooks look like, what all you're supposed to write, right from, your prologue to your a hell lot of things, how the book flows, how to design a cover of the book, very, very, very important, and several other aspects. You kind of take the first step in the right direction, right? So that in that way, Block Chatter has done a phenomenal job. This year they had the 5th season, and essentially after your, and also another good point is, as you're writing every day, you are getting a lot of comments from people who themselves are very good writers. So you know where you have gone wrong and where you are right, what need amendments. For example, in the second year of this carnival, I was writing a fiction novella, which was a chick-lit romance, a love story, and at just one point I really sounded cliched, and I knew it before I hit the publish button, because I have been meandering every day in different news. I really wanted to sound a little Indian and at least let them try and meet somewhere. And that very day, one dear friend, she wrote, "No, this is not why we are reading you. We want something out of the box, still like it was going before." And so I actually went back and I edited that blog post itself. No, we'll not go any Bollywoodish way. So it's very good to get those feedbacks on your run. Later, so I revised the entire book. Okay. But it is very good initial steps. As you're getting feedback every day, so your mind, which is playing with your characters, can actually lead them in the right direction with respect to the feedback that you're getting, right? So in that way, it is good. In case you guys feel that you cannot sit at a place and write for a complete month without any motivation, and so Block Chatter A to Z or Block Chatter ebook carnival shall be a step in the right direction. Publish your blog post there for a month and convert them into an ebook. Try to add some more chapters, try to add more insights, try to add more value. See, understand, one important point I really wish to make is, your Block Chatter ebook is something over and above your blog posts. You have to see it from the eyes of being a book. You cannot see it as a standalone. Sorry to say, but I see a couple of books which are standalone posts and beautiful chapters, beautiful poems, some rare combination. Kahin pe poem aa raha hai, kahin pe, each piece is beautiful, but then it's a book. You need to understand that it has to be weaved together. So it has to be in a flow for the reader to begin an experience and to end in a beautiful experience, feeling warm inside, feeling nice inside, feeling enriched inside, right? And then when you put your book out in self-publishing, you have an even bigger responsibility, because in your Block Chatter ebook carnival, you have your own community, people who like you, love you, they will read you because they know you. But then when you put it out on Amazon, nobody knows you. Only they know your book. So you have to go a notch up. Publishing, self-publishing on Amazon is a 5-minute job, guys. I guarantee you. Ping me anytime. For costing, for any issue that you face, right?
And we will also hopefully talk about it here. Yeah.
We will talk for an hour, about that. But the important thing is, are you ready to take the plunge? You should yourself feel happy that, okay, my book is ready to go on Amazon. Last year, I wrote Empowered Women, Empower Women. I took 1 long year to put it on Amazon. I wrote it last April. It's a story of 26 women. Noor, you reviewed it, right?
Yeah, and I love that.
Published it. And I published it in March 2020. So April 2019, I wrote it, because there was something I wanted to add, and it was in my brain. And to write those 5 to 10 chapters before putting it on Amazon, it took me such a long while. But to take that leap of faith, it is very, very important for you to believe in your book.
Okay.
Understand, everybody has weaknesses. I have weakness. I don't market my book a lot, but then that leap of faith to overcome your own hunch that my book is good enough to go.
Yeah. So let me actually just weigh in here at this point. No, one thing is that you're absolutely right. The reason I didn't publish a book this year was because I knew that they were fantastic 26 blog posts, but they were just that. They were blog posts. It was not material for a book. I never intended.
They were standalone posts.
Yes, and they're
I agree
they're
to
doing
that.
well on my website even now, but it's fine. I want them to just remain on my website.
Full
And
of
so you have
information.
to,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
have to keep that in mind, that everything you write
Yes.
doesn't mean it can be turned into a book. It cannot. So a book has to have some structure, some character development, some point, some message, something, that to offer to its readers. Now, my hesitation from last year in converting, even though it reached a point, it got really good reception, my book on the Blog Chatter ebook carnival, it reached its download limit, all of that. I still hesitated to publish it on Amazon because I felt that, well, I sent it to a traditional publisher, and the traditional publisher said it's really well written, but I don't see a market for it. And then I thought, oh, if there's no market for it, then Amazon pe bhi kaun hi kharidega. So I didn't do it. But then why don't you address that? I guess it was my self-belief that was an issue then.
Okay.
What do you
So
think?
I'll tell you what happens. I have read your book last year, Noor. I have read them as standalone posts also. They were
Yeah.
beautiful pieces, but they were
Yeah.
your travelogues, right? Now,
Yeah.
why would one person like to read Noor Anand Chawla's travelogue?
Yeah.
Answer me. So that
I mean,
is where we need.
I would assume they would like to read it because they either know me and they want to know my stories,
So-
or they might
so
read it
though-
just because
though-
they're looking for a nice story.
They won't do
I
it on
don't know.
Amazon, dear. They would. They know
Yeah.
you. See, you will have dedicated reader base on your blog. If you put
Yeah.
the link of your blog of your book on your blog, people will come and buy it. Those numbers who are your dedicated followers,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Your family will buy it. Okay,
Yeah.
but then why will? Remember, I've
Yeah.
been asking you this question all over. Why will
Yeah.
they read us? What is the subject? Why? What is the topic
Yeah.
of the Insta Live? What is the strong content? That
Yeah.
same thing
What
applies
are we
for my
offering?
book, Noor, right? For my
Yeah.
first book, I wanted to be the voice of the oppressed Indian women. So I wrote 26 stories of very educated, very strong Indian women who still feel oppression and who
Yes.
are broken inside but put up. And I have seen all of them around me. They have written to me at
Yes.
some point of time, or I've seen them around. So I had this strong purpose that their voice should reach as many people as possible and trick their conscience to take, to correct themselves, to correct the patriarchy. With my second book, so every book I try and first of all decide the purpose. What will my audience get out of it?
Yeah.
For example, for the fifth book, right, To My Grandchild with Love, I wish to. I'm too small for that, but too small a writer for that. But I want to leave a legacy for the future generations to refer back to how did people feel when Corona struck the world. What happened to them? What did they learn a lesson, or did they cry, or did they, break rules? Everything I always want to write. So you 26. So in the Blog Chatter ebook carnival, you see 26 letters. I have already written 42 letters. So
Okay.
I will be writing it till Corona is or COVID-19 is over, or
Yeah.
we have a vaccine. So then I will have this strong keepsake
Yeah.
for all the future generations. So I see a purpose. So
Yes.
so we need to see that why will people read it. I think about this for every book. So your travelogue last year was beautiful. I loved every chapter. I loved how you evolved, how you grew up, how you studied internationally, about your childhood with your grandparents. Everything was lovely. I remember it today. But
So sweet.
that is because Noor is a very dear friend of mine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm being brutal today, Noor, but
No,
then
but
I
it's
need
true.
to.
It's true.
I need
That's
to
why
tell.
I didn't do it. Yeah, because I also felt like कौन खरीदेगा फिर? He's right.
है ना?
कौन खरीदेगा?
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay, so हमें अगर हम बुक लिख रहे हैं तो हमें इस पर से लिखना है कि what is our target audience for that, and वो हमारा niche है या नहीं. Like, ask me to write women empowerment books, I'll keep churning books year on year because I've worked with so many women. So, that is how I think that a book, because see, if I go and buy books, I will buy the books which will give me a purpose, which will give me a meaning.
Yeah.
Sometimes an interesting read, but उस interesting read maybe I try and find a meaning. Okay, what is something that I've learned about the book, because a book is another life that you're living when you read it. You get my point?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. I mean, and
So
also
that is
every
one-
writer, every reader is different also. They expect different things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I totally agree, but मुझे यही लगता है कि if somebody wishes to go and buy your book, it needs to just try and answer this question: why will he buy my book?
Yeah.
And then write that book.
Yeah. Yeah. What sort of a value am I adding to that reader? And basically,
Exactly.
that's it.
Same
So I'm going
applies
to
for
take a
our
couple.
Insta Live.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah,
take a
same
couple
applies
of
to our Insta Live.
audience. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, keep cutting
Yes,
you
yes.
off. ये
No,
problem
no,
हो
no, no.
जाती है.
You will. No, we can take the questions. We can take the
Yeah,
questions.
because we're closing in on time, and then we will discuss how to take it forward. So,
Yes.
so I hope Manjeet Gandhi had asked me how to publish, how to self-publish. So I hope you've gotten at least a start.
Okay.
As for Amazon, we will be discussing it in depth because it's a long topic. So we will discuss it in depth next week, and I want you to tune in if you want to publish straight to Amazon. So I'll send him this video link if he's not here right now. Okay,
Yes.
who else? Yeah, Ujjwal had asked an interesting one. Let me just get to that.
I can't see the questions.
Yeah, so Ujjwal, you know, of my words, my wisdom. I have a question which might sound stupid. It's no question is stupid, Ujjwal.
No.
Yeah,
Please
if I send my manuscript to an editor or a publishing company, what if they steal it? Is there a way to track or take some action? And then she also asked me specifically, can you share a legal angle? Yeah, of course. Well, they cannot do that because when you are sending them any sort of manuscript, even digital, you must include copyright ownership on the top and keep
Right.
the copy with you of that email so that, you know, if it ever comes to something like that, you can always take legal recourse and show that, look, I have proof, this is my work and they've stolen it from me, and you will win. It's as simple as that.
Right.
Put a strong disclaimer, copyright ownership, right on top of the manuscript. So whatever copy you're sending them, they cannot possibly steal it. But I also have to say, there is no copyright in an idea. And if they steal your idea and write a totally different book, that's theirs. That's not yours. So
Yes,
you may
that's
feel
your
bad
risk.
about it, but that's their
true.
book. So yeah, very important to keep in mind.
That's
No
so
copyright
true.
in an idea, but there is copyright in a work. So they cannot physically copy every word to word, but they can steal your idea, unfortunately.
Abridge it.
Yeah.
And that happens.
And it happens. It's a risk.
It happens. It definitely happens. Ujjwal, a very valid question. I'm glad you asked this, dear. It is very, very important, and we face it so often. Forget about book, dear. They take your blog post. I've seen my blog post, totally complete blog post published elsewhere, and they have fought with me back that I have copied their work. So it's very, very important to have a copyright statement in our blogs, in our articles, wherever we write, even elsewhere.
मैं तो मोटा लिख देती हूँ. I'm a copyright lawyer. Don't you dare copy it. I will come after you. So nobody steals my work. Thankfully. But yeah, it is a risk that you are facing, unfortunately. Okay, so now Jyoti is asking another technical question. Is there a size limit of the file? Do you want to take that one now or save it for later? File for Amazon Kindle.
Jyoti, we will be, this is a very, very huge topic, and I want you to run through the website. So what I wish to do is today, let me just introduce you Amazon KDP quickly today, and I want you to scroll through, right? Because that will be very important for you to come back to me next week and where we can discuss the actual details. So basically, if you think that you're ready with your cover, you're ready with your manuscript, you're ready with everything, then please log on to www.amazon.kdp.com. Okay, you definitely will sign up with your normal Amazon login and password. It is a very, 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 very user-friendly app. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to upload your book, and then next 24 hours for them to approve your book in case they don't find an issue with it, for which they get back to you and help you, right? So first of all, they help you create a book of yours on their bookshelf, which will be your designated bookshelf, Amazon bookshelf, designated to you. You will see all your books there. Like I see all 5 of my books there. They will have all the details, pricing and everything written right there, and how many copies. If you just click on, you will see the profit that you have made later on. You have made, and everything on that bookshelf. And when you click on you have to first when you click on any particular book on the bookshelf that you wish to create, they will make you fill a form. So the form is such a user friendly thing that beside everything that you have to fill, they have written what you have to do. So that way I practically don't have to tell you anything. You will do it better than I would, right? In case it doesn't meet the size limit, they will prompt you, but they have never prompted me. So I think they have quite a good space. Now,
Okay.
another very important thing is, so they'll make you upload, they'll ask you your genre, and they'll ask you your keywords, and they'll ask you the category you like to place the book on Amazon, which I think you know really well. After that, they'll ask you to upload your book and your cover. Then comes something very important. They'll ask you to price your book.
Okay. Yeah, that's the
And then how
most.
how do you decide that what shall be the price of your book is something very critical. You sell it for
Yeah.
49 rupees or 249 rupees or 1249 rupees.
Yeah.
You know, our work is our work.
Yeah.
It should be our choice, but it doesn't work like that, right? So KDP has royalty plans. So they have a 70% royalty plan and a 35% royalty plan. In one case, you get a 70% royalty. In the other case, you get 35% royalty, depending upon how much rights you give them over your book. And for each royalty plan, the bandwidth of pricing in which you can place your book is also highly categorized. So
Okay.
that is something worth knowing, that how do we calculate and how do we try to place, if it's a e-book of how many words, where should be the pricing. If I made an initial mistake of putting my book at a very high cost, right?
Okay.
But then we have to understand that ebooks, so that is something very important. That is why we have splitted this session into two, because we will discuss pricing in a lot
Yeah.
of detail. And all those who are planning to publish their books on KDP, I request you all to create your login ID and scroll through until you hit publish. Your book will not come on Amazon. So start seeding the columns that you can. And before that, okay, no, something else we can cover today quickly. How much time do we have?
We have about 14 minutes. So
14 minutes, no? So dears, before you upload your all those, I can see a lot of people here who will be converting their Blog Chatter
Yes.
ebook into Amazon. Guys, I would like you to rework on your ebooks, your fantastic ebooks once again. Try to add something strong to it. Why will people who are getting a free copy on Blog Chatter ebook invest money in buying it? Try to add something unique, something so which people would love, something out of the box, maybe some pictures, some videos, some extra chapters, some unknown things about the book which you can later use to market your book, which is going to be 80% of your work.
yeah.
Right? So please don't be in a haste to put your book on Amazon, because it might be a little demotivating later.
Yeah.
So be very, very sure that your book is ready to be a book on Amazon.
So the other thing
For
I want to
example-
ask you, one second, related to
Yes.
this, what do you do? Because the most of the information is already on your website as blog posts. So
We
it's
have to
already
delete
out
them.
there for free. So you delete them all when you
Yes.
put the book on Amazon. Okay.
Yes. In my case, Noor, I change it completely, mostly.
Okay. That's good.
My problem is that I write a very rough draft blog posts.
Yeah.
Okay. And then in 3-4 revisions, the book changes its forms. The names of the chapter change, the detailing changes, the way it flows changes, because then I start introducing the next chapter in the I kind of try and weave something so that they have to jump to the next chapter and there is no other way out. Okay.
Yeah.
So I change the form a lot, but then ideally it is highly recommended that before you put your book on Amazon KDP, please delete. And that is what is, I think, legally also required. Some expert has
Okay.
told me this, right?
Okay,
And
delete it.
secondly, please don't only have those 26 chapters on your Amazon
No,
KDP.
of
I
course.
request you
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
right?
It should be
Please
much more.
have like
Yeah.
30, 40, 50, as much as you can. Try.
Yeah.
Just think that those 26 posts were the foundation of your work. Imagine that you have evolved, you are a notch up from the blogger to author journey. In 1 month of your Blog Chatter ebook or your ebook being out there, if you are one, if you're just going for direct publishing, not in that case, that please try and add value and make it a complete book.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow somebody might come back and tell you that, might give you 1 star on Amazon and say ki beautiful individual chapters, but I miss the feel of a book, and it
Yeah.
hurts. because you're
Yeah.
putting so much of heart and soul. So I'm not criticizing at all, dears. I'm just telling you, go a notch up, sleep with your book for a couple of more days. Try to add something in the beginning. Try to add something, make the ending very impactful. Try to add some author notes. Try to add some pictures. Maybe try to, like, if I write some very good chapters, I hide them. I don't publish them only. So I
Yeah,
keep them.
absolutely.
And
Yeah. Put out your
so
best
if like my
work
chapter,
on Amazon.
yeah, my chapter 3 was very strong, so I didn't publish chapter 3 only. That's being a little mean, but that's also a little planning you need to do, because you have to be out in the market, and that is what I've learned in the 5 years, that you have to be very smart.
Yeah.
I kept people asking for more, asking for more, asking for more, and if they are my dedicated readers, they know that she will be pushing it out towards the end. So these strategies work. Publishing on Amazon is a very, because they've made it so user friendly. I never thought. Of course, I don't know in 2016 how I felt. I've almost forgotten, because that time there was nobody. I just discovered it one fine day. Oh, I can put my book here, and then I was thrashed. So I pushed it off,
Oh, really?
pulled it off. So all that I'm telling you, yes, people wrote that it is a very purposeful book, and there were objections from a few people, and there were some NGOs involved, and
Okay.
there were a lot of, because there were some brutal realities there, and I had mentioned names initially because I really wanted to bring out the truth, and I have mentioned cities and I've mentioned places.
Okay.
So later I have, because it
Reworked
was a
it.
non-fiction. It was a
Yeah.
non-fiction, and that's the reason one of the beautiful writers here, Swarnali, she's asked me for my first book, and I've still not sent her a copy, because I
But
know
now
that it
you've
ran into a lot of
intrigued us all.
controversies.
I also want to read it. So you have to send it now.
It's that is the book very closest to my heart, because it has me, it has my mother, it has a lot of characters now in fictitious names, but
I'm
it
going to
it
definitely
really,
read that, Roma. Definitely. I will read it.
with every book, guys, I have tried to put in my soul in it. I don't know how good they are. I'm a very average writer, but then
No, you're not an
I
average
have
writer.
learned everything a very hard way. Whatever I'm telling you, nobody has taught me. I didn't know what a blog was. I am an automobile engineer working in Tata Motors, IKEA Sweden, and Honda Cars for a long time. So this is not me, but then I have evolved, and I really want all to share it with all of you. Ask me as much as you want. All your questions are welcome. We'll go live again next week with a
Yes.
detailed, workshop kind of a thing on Amazon KDP questions. Ask us. We have taken note of all your questions. I just want you
Yes.
to scroll through your Amazon KDP once. It's very user friendly. Come back with your doubts. We'll complete it. And in case you need a third session on marketing, we'll also go ahead with that.
Yeah.
What say, Noor?
Yeah, so actually, I was just going to say that next week we will try to cover both the technical aspects of publishing as well as how to market. But if we feel we can't, because marketing itself is a huge job, and it's also different, like
And
which platform you're choosing to market it on it's a lot. So we can then also go into a third session if required. But we will try to cover both next week. But what we're going to do is we're going to run a poll and see interest, because I know that some of you are interested in this, but we also have to see whether it's feasible for us
Makes
or
sense.
not. So
Makes
we
sense.
will both be doing an Insta poll, and in any case, the next week's session will be on Roma's Insta handle. And if it is going to happen, then we will push it out, and we want all of you to send in as many questions, because Roma, as you can see, is being extremely candid, and she's being very honest. So it will help all of us.
Yeah, I have some of you have sent me your questions, guys. I have not covered them today because they will be coming as ahead in these discussions.
Yes.
I'd hold them for a reason. You will know it why, because they need a lot of flow in them, and I just didn't want to pull them in between. Stay tuned. I have taken a note of all your questions. We will definitely be addressing them. I really hope today's session added a little value to your existing skill set.
No, I can see a lot of appreciative comments. Ruchi is saying, you're wonderful, Roma, you're a gem. Ranjini is saying, this is great, loved it. It should be
Thank
3
you.
sessions. Alma is saying, loved it. Jyoti, thank you for lively and informative session. I think we really helped some people understand some basic
Thank
things.
you
Of
so
course,
much,
it's
guys.
an
You can-
ongoing topic. So yeah, not
It
done
is,
with
it
it
is.
yet.
It is, and the best way to increase our knowledge is to spread our knowledge. If we can enrich you a little bit, our journey gets further enriched. I'm so glad, Noor, that we planned this
That we did
series.
this.
We are going to be
Yes.
here, guys.